Game 3 underway in front of a raucous and packed Meridian Center. The Generals were the biggest dogs in the East, with 51 victories in the regular season this year. They took out Peterborough in 5 games, won the first 2 on home ice in this series. 5-3 in Game 1, 6-1 in Game 2. Offensive zone face-off for Oshawa. They can bring a ton of speed and a ton of size. You take a look at the big center right now, number 55, Michael McCarron, 6'6", 225 pounds. Hosang tips the puck in. He has got an 8-game point streak going in the playoffs. Stolen away, scores! You couldn't have scripted the start any better. Billy Jenkins has made it 1-0.
What an unbelievable start for the Niagara Ice Dogs. And Josh Hosang, we talked about Niagara needing to get to the speed, and they did it. Hosang was diligent on that forecheck, creating that turnover that Carter Verhaeghe is going to put the net. Bear with us, folks. Our replay machine just went down, but we'll get it back running in a second. But what a big goal by Niagara. And we talked about emotion. They've got to keep it high. That's a good start to get.
27 seconds. Jenkins with his 2nd of the series, 5th of the playoffs, and the Ice Dogs are flying in the early going. Something they didn't do against Oshawa in first 2 games at the General Motors Center. Here's Graham Knotts. Back for Brosnan, tipped by Latour, and he's got a seam. Hunter Smith going to the net. Diving play on the back check made by Brosnan.
Smart play by Bronson.
And here come the Generals. They're in there hitting, as Cole Castles was in hitting Brosnan. Well, take a deep breath. And if you didn't make it to your seats in time for the start of the game, we're sorry you missed the first goal by Billy Jenkins. The puck is cleared down the ice. Icing charge to Oshawa, a minute 17 into the first.
And the game plan tonight, Oshawa, pucks and bodies to net. We showed you the goals before. I mean, every goal involves 5, 4, 3 red sweaters going hard to the net. Niagara, speed and smarts. Niagara could be one of the quickest teams in the Ontario Hockey League. That showed at the first shift. Hosang's got some wheels. Create those turnovers and be smart. Try to avoid those one-on-one combats where you're going to go into the corner with, for example, Smith, who's just a monster. Put it off the boards and elude him.
So Payne, Perlini, Verhaeghe reunited. Tafrusha skated with the top line in Game 2. Mistally skating in, backhands one towards the nets. And boy, almost able to tip one with Sorelli. Shot there, didn't get through. It's picked up by Verhaeghe, and he's got big Cody Payne looking for Perlini. Let him a little bit too much. Verhaeghe in there. Puck will come up and will be cleared by Mistally. He's looking for Dalcole with a seam shot. Great save by Hope. Rebound! Shot over the net.
There's that first shot and then second rebound.
Perlini, Carter Verhaeghe, backhanded in, and the Ice Dogs will change.
Niagara has to watch that. A lot of pucks went in the net via that second man in Oshawa.
And Dow Cole, 11 points in his last 4 games in the playoffs. Almost got the Generals back on level terms. Mikulovic sends one around. Corneal trying to get to it. It's tipped back behind the net, and Paquette, the rookie, will play it up, and Fitzmaurice with a chance to move it with a cross-ice feed in the direction of Corneal. Vander Sompel tried to settle it, and it will be brought out. Turner looking to backhand one in. That didn't work. Here comes Corneal. Stick handling. Cuts to the outside, and he fanned on it when he really wanted to load up a shot for an opportunity. Fitzmaurice. He was checked by Aiden Wallace. Turner hit by Corneal. Good work by the 4th line of Niagara, and now the puck is finally cleared. Aiden Wallace in forechecking now. Picked up a slew-footing penalty in Game 2, but was not suspended by the league like Vince Dunn was. All the replays showed that there was no real slew-foot, even though he got a 5-minute penalty for that infraction in Game 2. Peterson will tip one in. Here comes Big McCarron getting inside of Siebenthaler. Brosnan will challenge him, and Siebenthaler will backhand one. Up for Billy Jenkins. In with Hosang. Hosang cutting through the middle of the ice. Hosang shooting, and he whipped it wide of the net. Brosnan thought about pinching in, but will back up, and then McCarron got spilled as Maletta fell down. Here comes Ho-Sang, dancing, spinning, creating behind the net, still got the puck. Carlisle was chasing him. Back to the line for Siebenthaler. Tipped by Maletta, but he tipped it into the corner. Loose puck is located by Billy Jenkins. This was the best line for the Ice Dogs in games 1 and 2, and McCarron is in there, standing up Maletta with a solid hit. Wilkie unable to keep the puck in. Icing is signaled and will be called against Oshawa. 3:58 into the first.
Nice pressure by the Niagara Ice Dogs, and Oshawa gets an opportunity where that first shot, Hope is going to make the save. Boom, there's the save. Look at the rebound. You got to pick up that second guy going hard to the net.
Offensive zone face-off for the Ice Dogs. Agard not to Fruscia. Wilkie with a shot, and he just missed the net, hoping for a deflection. Mantha will keep it in. Down low to Graham Knott. Knott's only 2 goals came in the Ottawa series. He was a 25-goal marksman in the regular season. Back to the line. Mantha tees one up, and that one is banked wide of the net. Picked up by Agard. He'll twist and turn. Latour is back there, and he will collect the puck, lifting one just to the neutral zone and letting big Hunter Smith go for a skate. Mantha knocked down the big man as Smith tried to initiate contact. Agard is back for Niagara. Whipped one cross ice, picked up by a pinching Wilkie. Castle's on top of him, and Brown will nail Knott with a hit. And we're going to get a whistle. 4:38 into the first period of play.
And the physicality is picking up. I mean, Mantha just stepped into Smith. Nice solid little hit. And what do we got going here? Just a hand pass?
Hand pass, face-off coming outside the zone, yep.
Take a look at, watch this right here. Just a little stiff, boom. Smith goes down. The crowd went a little bonkers at that one. They know how tough Smith is. Draft pick of the Calgary Flames.
Smith listed at 6'6", 210. Looks about 6'10" and about 280 out there on the ice end. But Mantha did what you always say to do, step into the hit.
Step into it. Don't absorb it. Step into it.
Perlini shooting. Appleby will turn it aside. Rolled down low, and Dalcole is there to pick it up. Payne will chase him, and he throws a pretty good bump on Dalcole. Puck is over Hayden and down the ice. And again, it's going to be icing charged to Oshawa.
I mean, that's one thing Niagara's doing really well tonight. I mean, they're getting the puck deep, number one. They're getting to the puck first, down low, and they're supporting the wall. And it's been very effective so far against the Oshawa Generals tonight. Look at Billy Burke Jr., the assistant coach of the Niagara Ice Dogs, running the D tonight.
Just the 2-man back of the bench for Niagara without Marty Williamson. Brosnan will send one down low. Carter Verhaeghe trying to turn away from Aiden Wallace. Good move by Verhaeghe. Perlini in there as well. Verhaeghe out front, and Payne had to go off the heel of his stick. Harding bumped hard by Payne, who's they're certainly improved his physicality as the playoffs have wore on. Mermis chased down by Verhaeghe and Perlini. The puck will come free, and Turner will take it out. Ice Dogs, Ed, were able to use the last change to their advantage to get the first line on against the 4th line of Oshawa. Payne, he almost led Perlini perfectly to the net, and Perlini knocked the net off its moorings as he went careening into Appleby. And we've got some words exchanged.
And the overager Payne back on the line with Perlini and Verhaeghe. He gets an opportunity set up from behind the net. He'll be right in the middle of the slot. Nice little pass. Couldn't get quite a handle on it. And again, Verhaeghe and Perlini doing great work behind down low. And there's the pass to Payne. Payne couldn't get a handle on it. Ended up shooting it wide. Well, I mean, it's opportunity after opportunity. This is how Perlini gets taken down and ends up crashing into Appleby, which can't be fun on any given night.
Appleby's big guy. 6'4", 205 pounds as they do some repairs to the net. And the Ice Dogs, Ed, with the positive start and the goal by Jenkins 27 seconds in to the first period. McCarron and Paquette. Mantha around Peterson, and Fitzmaurice will tip one out. DeRoche offered at Paquette. And Paquette was almost in. Wilkie will lift one way up high. He got a lot of steam under it, and it's going to go out of play.
And just right there, you could tell Niagara's adjusting to Oshawa's game. I mean, Oshawa is really good at clogging zones. And you've seen a couple times with Niagara, they do that D-to-D in the neutral zone, opens everything up, and they opens that middle up, which is odd to see against Oshawa.
Face-off back at center ice. There was an errant stick that is now located and sent back to the Oshawa bench. Agard on the draw, along with Cirelli. Cirelli played all 68 games in his first year in OHL. Vander Sompel will have to hustle back Agard, hitting him. DeFruscia in there forechecking hard. That will force a turnover. Cirelli will pick up the puck in front of the net for Oshawa and just chips one where it's kept in by Aaron Hayden. Agard gets it to Graham Knott. Back to the net, but he got it to DeFruscia. Knocked away by DeRoche. Here's Vander Sompel, over a point-a-game defenseman in this league. Had it knocked away that time by DeFruscia. And DeFruscia will come in. Boy, he had Vander Sompel lined up, and Vander Sompel stopped in time. Here's DeRoche. He played it forward, and Cirelli didn't get very far, and the puck is out of play for a whistle. 6:55 into the first.
Again, smart hockey up the middle. DeFruscia does a great job of intercepting that pass, and then will provide pressure on that forecheck. Then Oshawa is going to turn over again right before the blue line. Niagara standing tall on the blue line tonight, trying to take that away from Oshawa. You can't let Oshawa get going. We know how strong they are. You know, it's one shift at a time. Niagara's fighting for life. That's the mentality right now.
Blake Siebenaler had a tough first couple of games in this series. A double minor for high sticking. Just gave the puck away there. Castles couldn't make a play on it in game one, and then picked up 2 minor penalties in game 2. And that one glanced, it looked like, off the arm of Hope and into the netting for a whistle.
We talk about Niagara's D adjusting to Oshawa, and you got to take the blue line away. It's great forechecking, first of all, and you're going to tie up the middle. Jenkins Amleta does a great job. It allows Hayden to step up and take that blue line away. What happened? Forced turnover.
Maletta and McCarron on the draw, and it's Big McCarron who will get excused. Brent Peterson, who actually played 69 games in the regular season this year, as he was acquired from Kitchener halfway through the year. One more than the OHL regular season number. Picked up by Ho-Sang. Chips a backhander, and that one goes cross-ice. Brosnan out front, tipped away by Appleby. Siebenaler, he'll activate off the point. Siebenaler centered one out front, and it was deflected. Puck through the middle, and McCarron couldn't reach it as he was led just a little bit too much by Tobias Lindberg. Forward it goes. Peterson carrying the puck, and Lindberg will follow it up with a quick shot, and he scores! Well, Lindberg showed the release that netted him 37 goals in the regular season, and he's tied the game.
Lindberg does a great job just simply getting it to the net. He's got 3 points in this series so far, and he just got his 4th. Let's take a look at it. Nice little dish right here. Head up. Hope. You saw his body language. I mean, he's so deep in his net. He's got to come out. Look, he'll back up into the blue paint, and there's a lot of net to hit. Lindberg does just that. And Hope's body language after that was like, you know.
So Lindberg, who had a hat trick in game 1 against the Peterborough Petes and was held off the score sheet until game 2, now has goals in 2 consecutive games as the puck gets deflected out of play into the crowd.
Now watch Hope here. You know, he's out of the net. He's out of the blue paint. If he just simply shuffle, and stays out there, he's going to stop the shot. Look where his body positioning. Perfect. Now he'll back right in. And he knows that. He knows that's a mistake he just made. Stay out, challenge that shooter.
And it almost looked like Lindberg hid behind Peterson, who provided a little bit of a screen. Regardless, though, it's 1-1 in game 3
you look at
of
a lot of the goals that Oshawa scored. You know, it has those guys going to the net. It's the one guy providing a screen or the second guy going to put the puck in the net.
Dow Cole in there battling down low for it. He'll give chase into the corner for the Generals. Rolled it back towards the point. Carlisle able to keep it in. All the way around to the other side. Amantha will look to speed up with a cross-ice feed that's missed by Maletta, who will plead that he tipped it. He's going to lose that argument, and it's icing against Niagara.
We've talked about how important these shifts are. You know, after the opposition will score, you got to get that momentum back in favor of the Dogs. Right now, Oshawa has it on that goal, and they're playing hockey in Niagara zone.
So Tobias Lindberg, NHL draft pick. Ottawa has him. And he has tied the game with his 5th of the playoffs. Picked off by Knott in the neutral zone. He'll shoot one in. Van der Sompel is back. DeRocher, up it goes. Latour swiped it in, and Smith is in there hunting for the puck. And a nice dog to hit. Here's Agard. Up the off wing, able to backhand one in, glove down by Van der Sompel. It will roll wide of the net, and Big Mikulovic, the defenseman, is up there with a big body check. Not looking for a steal on Van der Sompel. Agard picks it up. Agard skating. Agard looking for DeFruscia. Couldn't find the angle. Will shoot one. It was blocked. Picked up by Agard. Shooting, and he just missed the net. A diving play by DeFruscia. And it's finally covered by Appleby, and Latour and Agard will come together.